Hey guys, so I have a really fun topic for today, and it is about Pretty Little Liars. So you're probably like, well, Alayna, you're probably not that interested in Pretty Little Liars. You probably just jumped on the bandwagon like everyone else this past year.
You're just a poser. You don't know anything about any of the liars at all. Nothing.
Do you know what I have to say to that? You're wrong. You are so wrong. It came out June 8th, 2010. Yes, I just looked it up because I wasn't completely sure what year. I thought it was like 2010, 2011. But yes, I know that I have watched it from the beginning because I vividly remember myself sitting on the computer. I was like, you know what, I really want to watch a new show. And I saw Pretty Little Liars and I was like, I wonder what that's about. I just wonder. So I clicked on it and only 8 episodes had been out at the time. So it was still in the first season. And the only major thing that was happening was the Jenna thing. That was the huge deal when I started watching it. Now everyone's kind of forgotten about the Jenna thing, which is sad. It's really poor Jenna. Poor Jenna.
I still believe in you, girl.
Basically, the show started out, and the first episode, I remember the first time I watched it, and I still can't go and rewatch it. It's especially now, the show kind of evolved a lot. If you watch the first season, you're going to think it's a completely different show. I mean, the same idea, Allison went missing, blah blah blah, and it's the same characters, and it's the same thing, but a lot of the focus, and it was a little more innocent, and it was a little not like everyone is gonna die all the time. It wasn't as soap opera-ish. I guess it was. I guess it was a little bit too soap opera-ish, but the actors really, you can tell how much they've grown just from watching the first few episodes. Now if you watch it, it's amazing. Like, the quality of the show, you can compare 2 episodes. It looks like they're using like different camera equipment, different stuff. They probably have more allowance, what's the word? Budget. They probably have a better budget now, but it's just the show has evolved so much, and I was from the beginning, and it's hard because I'm trying to remember stuff, and you only can remember to right after Mona being caught as A. If you guys haven't seen the show or just starting watching now, spoiler alert, Mona's A, which I knew, and I went around telling everyone. Because when I started watching the show, I am a big person who, if I've been out like a movie or something, and it has a book, which, as everyone knows, Pretty Little Liars is based on the books, and their series, Pretty Little Liars. So I was like, oh, I wonder what happens, because I just can't contain myself. If I know the information is out there, I will look it up. I feel like it's so much better to watch a show when you already know what's gonna happen. I feel like it's much, but it's fun to see how they got to that point, because the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know that Mona is A. They're not gonna just not do that. And I read a whole bunch of stuff where they're like, we're not gonna do the same thing as the books and make Mona A. And blah blah blah. And they didn't follow the books. I mean, in the books, Emily is actually bi or something and ends up getting pregnant or something like that. I didn't actually read the books, I just looked stuff up. But yeah, so and you should have seen me when I saw that Mona was A. I watched it. I remember I was sitting in the living room by myself, and I jumped up and I screamed, and I was like, I knew it. I knew they were gonna still make her A. And it's perfect, like, in a sense. A lot of people were disappointed with her being A, but a lot of people were disappointed, and I mean, that sucks. It really does that you're disappointed in the show. But I think it's really good. I think she was a perfect person to be A. I mean, seriously, like, when you watch the show, if anyone else was, I feel like it would have just been even more disappointing. Like, if Toby was A, boring, which they tried to make him A. And this is another thing. Okay, I'm gonna get into the most recent season finale, so if you haven't seen it, sorry, spoiler alert, they tried to make it look like, I guess this is the theme right now, that Ezra is A. And of course, I went into the episode and I watched it with my grandma. And she was like asking me questions the whole time, and we watched it together. She didn't even believe that Ezra was A, and she's never seen the show before. So she was like, I don't believe that guy did it. I don't think he's involved. She didn't even look like he was involved. He just looked confused, and I was like, I love you, you're definitely my grandmother, because we're thinking the same thing. I rewatched that scene where he enters. I think more of him looking like A, and you know, I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. They're probably gonna try, because I know Marlene King really wanted him to be A, and it was always kind of like she would make comments about like, oh, I love that theory. That's one of my favorite theories, is Ezra being A. So she can probably make it turn into him being A. But they've said before, they encourage fan theories. That has been a major fan theory, and it's probably the most popular, which is why they did it. And, I mean, it sucks. I don't think Ezra's A, but if you really watch and really watch the end of the episode, they didn't even say that A was going to be revealed in this episode. There was a rumor it was going to be revealed in this episode. There was also a rumor it was going to be revealed in the Halloween episode. So, I mean, the shock was initial, but then when I really sat and thought, I was like, what if it's not? What if we don't even find out until the Halloween episode who A really is? I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. There's just so many things wrong with him being, he is a very honest person, but I don't think, I don't know. A lot of people, though, are looking at it as, and this has annoyed me so much, because there are so many blogs out there, and they're analyzing the season finale, and they're like, I can't believe he's been A this entire time. He hasn't been. If you really, really paid attention, and this makes me know that some of these people haven't been watching from the beginning, because Mona was A, and then it was revealed that she was A. When she went to Radley, that's when someone took over. The person who took over from that time, from when she only started when she was in Radley, maybe they wanted to be A, but the person sending them text messages, doing the stuff to them, was Mona up until that point. That's what people are not comprehending, and it really is probably the most annoying thing out of anybody. And I'm probably gonna get a lot of people saying, oh, you're wrong or whatever. How am I wrong? It was Mona from the beginning. She said that someone took over and wanted to be involved and then started calling the shots. That's what she said. That's what the show did. Everything was Mona, except for her getting Lucas to do her dirty work. That's it. Unless this new A was actually helping Jenna or something. I honestly think that Jenna, for a little while, was involved in some way doing something bad. I feel like she may not be anymore. That's my theory, is that she's kind of over it.
I just want to be by myself and worry about my eyes. That's all that matters.
I don't know. But the one thing about Ezra is everyone knew that Arya was dating Ezra. Everyone. Cece had to have had some sort of idea. I mean, a lot of people saw Ezra at school. If he was A or whatever, I'm pretty sure someone would have some sort of idea. And the theory of him being involved with Allison. Maybe he was involved with Allison. Maybe they had a thing. Maybe that is true. Maybe that is a true thing. And maybe he started to get involved with Arya because of that. But it it doesn't add up if you watch the first couple of episodes. It just, him being at Allie's funeral didn't make any sense to me. I was like, why is this guy here? He just started. You don't even go here yet. You just started. It didn't really make any sense to me. But I don't know. It's just, when you watch the episode, he's standing there and he's obviously listening to them about to go find Allison. But when he enters the room, if you really watch this part, when he enters the room, he doesn't enter. And a lot of people say he's mad because he could tell someone was in there. Okay. Why would he slam his own door though? Like, the way he entered was more like he had a hunch about something and then found out it was true, and he looked more upset about everything in the room. Not upset that someone was in there, but he looked upset at the room, like it was something he hadn't seen before. And I'm more, maybe he is the guy involved with Allison. Maybe he's the guy involved with Allison. That's one of my theories. He was the guy that was involved with Allison, but then he fell for Arya, and then all he wanted was to know where Allison was so he can get that cleared up or something to that nature, and he really just wanted to be with Arya. I'm really positive that he really just wants to be with Arya. That's all that I could think. There are a lot of clues that he could have been A. The typewriter is the biggest one, I think. The alcoholic drinking is another one. I feel like the piano playing may be one, but then again, I don't remember him playing piano, so I don't know. But there's just, I feel like Redcoat's definitely, I think, still Cece. I'm absolutely positive that she's completely separate, then Mona is completely separate, and then whoever this guy is separate. But as the all-encompassing A, I don't think it's Cece. I really don't. I think that Uber A, whatever it's called, is someone completely different. I think that Redcoat maybe had something to do with it. And everyone's kind of terrified with Cece. Honestly, I don't think Cece has enough guts. I really don't. I don't think she has enough guts. I don't think she could handle it. I think she was more like she wanted to be A, everything. The funeral, Wilden's funeral, the girl with the black, all in black, Lady in Black, I think is what she's called, is her name. We've kind of let that slide, and so has the liars a little bit, I think. And I was looking up stuff, and that's what Marlene King said was Endgame. She said someone asked about the Lady in Black, so that is Endgame. And a lot of people didn't know what that meant. And I think also it's either Hannah and Caleb or Toby and Spencer are Endgame too. Endgame is kind of the end. The end kind of, it's exactly what it means. It's like the end. It's it. That's all that's left or something. So basically, whoever the Lady in Black is, that's going to probably be the last reveal. It's probably going to be the big tell-all, how the show's going to come together and how it's going to end. And then basically, it's either Hannah and Caleb or it's Spencer and Toby. I'm absolutely positive it's Spencer and Toby though. That means they're going to be together at the end. So that is my kind of opinion on Pretty Little Liars. I will probably do a more thorough, not that that was thorough, that was pretty freaking long, but I mean like a more direct topic on Pretty Little Liars. Probably the Halloween episode I will do a review. If you like these reviews, please let me know, thumbs them up, and let me know in the description box. Not description box, the comments down there, because it's down there now. And I would love to do book reviews and everything. I am considering doing a book review, except every single time I sit down to do one, I end up going way out like I did with this video. But if you guys like these videos where I kind of talk about movies and TV shows and everything, let me know and I will keep doing them. And even if a lot of you don't like them, I'm probably still gonna do them because I like talking to a camera in my spare time, obviously. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!